Good afternoon, traders. Bruce Michael here, key level trader. Been watching GM all morning here. I just took it short, 2,100 shares, 23.30. My position right here. Currently up about $21. Got my stop in at 23.41, roughly my 0.5%. And again, as always, if it doesn't move rather quickly, I will tighten that stop up so that I'm not down exactly that much money if this trade gets triggered out. As for now, it's moving down, up about 84 bucks. Not a big deal right now, but had a nice sell-off here early on, and looking for it to go further south. This is my first level down. There's another level down here, which is not shown right now, but it's the expectation that it'll come down to that level. Alright, for now I'm going to pause this, and then as the trade progresses, I'll be back with updates. Okay, traders, we're down near the low of the day, 23.13, up about $350 right now. That being said, I'm going to go in and get this stop down to break even here. Don't want to be up 350 and then lose it. Also, I want to just go over the reasons why I took this trade. Had moved up the last couple of days, and then today, looking at the daily chart, this is for those of you that have seen these videos, this is 130 minute candles, 3 per day, which makes up the daily, and this is a 5-day moving average, this black line here. You can see we broke down through this 5-day, and I'd like to use this 5-day to tell me whether or not this stock is in a general uptrend or a downtrend in the short term. So you can see that broke down through the 5-day, which was good, and that was one of the reasons why I took it. The other reason was that on the weekly, let me get this in here, this is a weekly chart. You can see that in the last few weeks, along with many stocks, this has been in a pretty good downtrend, and it did have a little try to pop up here and be a good spot to take it short, and so I did. So right now we're up 445. Expectation is we're going to come down to this line right here, which is about 22.83. So we got a little bit ways to go, and once I get there, I'm going to put this up for sale. Actually, I'm going to put this up to buy to cover it, and then I'll exit this trade. We got a little bit ways to go, so I'm going to put this back on pause, and we'll pick it up as soon as we get closer down to that level, and we'll show the actual exit. Okay, folks, we're back down to the low in the last 15 minutes here. It's about 1:30. Just about to change candles here. This is a 30-minute chart, by the way. Also, you might want to note that we're looking at this is position 2100 short, and it's current open profit and loss roughly $600. And you can see in this stock, GM's got very good liquidity. We got lots and lots of folks on the bid, lots and lots of folks on the offer, but yet we know that this is in an overall nice downtrend here. So this is the type of stock you really want to be trading. It moves, and yet you have good liquidity with it, so that if you do have to bail on it, once you enter the trade, which is the easy part, getting out is obviously the hardest part, because you've got to decide when you're going to get out. In my case, it's always nice when it actually comes down to this target, but it doesn't always happen, and it may or may not today. But for the time being, we're up. I'm going to take the stop. I'm going to go from even to, let's call it $150, $160. Worst case, right now my stop is at 23.22. And from there, we're going to put this back on pause, and hopefully in the next, I don't know, 10-15 minutes, we're going to finish this trade off, quite honestly, because I need to leave at 10 or 15 minutes, so hopefully we're going to get there. Alright, be back soon. While we're waiting for GM to come down, I just want to show you another one that I missed earlier this morning because I was not here. Again, I got some things going on wasn't able to be here at the open this morning. But if you look at Sienna, this gapped up right to my fourth level up, consolidated right there for a good 15 minutes, and then broke out and went from fourth level right to the fifth level and stopped. Now on the, a lot of folks know what the floor traded pivots are, some don't, but if you don't know what they are, they're basic resistance and support levels calculated by using previous day's high, lows, and close, and subtract the high from the low to get the various levels. I mean, there's R1, R2, R3, and S1, S2, S3, and there's also a pivot point in the middle. But you can see this represents the resistance 1, resistance 2, and resistance 3 on the floor traded pivots. So if you trade using that, you kind of never really get into Sienna, and it doesn't give you a good place to get out. You don't know where to exit your trade. When you use the key levels, you know exactly where to get in and you know exactly where to get out. So the 1481 was the place to get out, and the high of the day was 1485, so you were within 4 cents of that, and that's your target, and that's when you're putting it up for sale right at or near or exactly at that number. And you can see also we had Sienna had some really fantastic volume throughout the entire move up. So I just wanted to point that out to you, and let's see where we are with GM. If I could find it, here we go. Okay, so GM is kind of still consolidating down near the lows. Need to get down to about 22.80, maybe just a little bit above that, and then we're going to close this trade out. Back shortly. Okay, traders. Last time I was talking to you, I had mentioned that I needed to leave early, and I was hoping to get this trade over with before I left. Unfortunately, I didn't, so I pretty much left my stop where it was, which was roughly about $167, $150 profit. Worst case scenario, I think the stop was 23.21. It's now 7:19 p.m. by the way. But anyway, as the day progressed, you could see the progression of this trade did not work out quite as I expected. Almost got the stop out here. We had a high 23.17, came down, did not quite reach my target, and as it turned out, in after hours, I put it up for sale at 23.10. I'm sorry, I put it up to cover at 23.10 and wound up covering at 23.05. So basically I made about $508 after commissions on this trade. I almost was hoping that I was going to not sell it and then hold it until tomorrow morning, which I very rarely do. I mean, I really don't swing trade, but the market closed, pretty much near the lows today, and got the jobs report coming out tomorrow, and I figured, this might come down a little bit more tomorrow morning with the expected disappointing news in the jobs report. But that being said, as it turns out, 23.05 was filled, did never make the target. A little disappointing, disappointed in that did not happen. But nonetheless, it's a $500 profit, especially because I wasn't even here to watch it. So hoping tomorrow we're going to get another good trade. We're going to get some good action. There's been good action every day. There's something going on every day. I think yesterday was probably the slowest day this week, but Monday was by far the most active day. Unfortunately, I had no power Monday due to the hurricane that came through the northeast area, and wasn't able to take anything on. I mean, I had no power until Tuesday, roughly at noontime. So anyway, that being said, I'm going to stop babbling here, and I'm going to have this recorder going again tomorrow morning. I'm going to be on from the beginning of the day to the end of the day, and hopefully I'll find some good trades for us to take a look at. I appreciate your taking the time to watch this. Hope you learned something. It's a little late at night to remember what I even said earlier in this recording, but I hope you did learn something from it, and if you didn't, I hope you do learn something in the future.